Hi everyone, this is Eldad Amara back with another video. Listen, right now it's important that we start to vibrate on our higher frequency. We need to get in touch with our higher self. We need to get in touch with nature. There's a lot of people and they're starting to move away from nature and they're starting to move into this artificial society, this artificial reality. The people who want to come off grid and live a more sustainable life because they see all of the shit that's going on right now. And there's other people that haven't woken up yet and they are happy with the way they're living and they're happy with society and they're happy with the government, and they don't see a lot of things that are happening to us now. At the moment we're being attacked right, left and centre. That's right, we've been attacked right, left and centre. We've been attacked spiritually and we've been attacked physically. But this is more of a spiritual battle as opposed to a physical battle. We are being attacked in every different direction, in every sphere. We're being attacked in the foods that we're eating. We're being attacked in terms of our bills, our energy bills. We are being attacked in forms of our jobs. We are being attacked in forms of our homes. Lots of people are losing their homes. We are being attacked in terms of the smart meters. And we are being attacked in terms of the smart cities which they are trying to develop worldwide. This is a global thing. So, us humans, we are being attacked in every different direction you can think of. Medically, we're being attacked. And some of us in 2020 took the cocktail, they took the BAP, and they thought that things were going to go back to normal. Has anything really gone back to normal since 2020? You see, we've been attacked even in terms of the food that we eat. Now we're starting to have more genetically modified food in place of natural foods. You see what's happening to the farmers in places like Denmark? Have you seen what's happening to the farmers there in the Netherlands? They have marched on The Hague, which is their government, and they've been dumping waste right outside of the parliamentary houses, right outside of The Hague. Why is this? Because the farmers are being pushed in terms of, they're being pushed in terms of this thing called nitrogen emissions reduction. Let me read this out. The Hague says that nitrogen emission reductions has to be met by farmers. Now the farmers haven't got enough equipment. They haven't got enough money to pay for the seeds, to pay for the machinery in order to reduce this nitrogen emissions reduction. Right? They reckon that 50,000 Dutch farmers have no idea what lies ahead for them in the future. They make up a large part of the economic system for the country. However, it's thought large parts of the Dutch economic system is being damaged by NIR. That is the nitrogen emissions reduction. The economic system will be lost in the Dutch land if something isn't done about it. Then we got this person. His name is Roland Bobkin, or Roland Bopping, Beware Research Center. He says, this is what he says. I think it is very urgent, and I mean you cannot do it in 1 or 2 years. You need maybe 5 to 10 years, really. High reductions of nitrogen disposition may be 50 to 70%, and therefore you need a different agricultural system in the Netherlands. Now listen, also the Greenpeace has come out and they've said the Greenpeace has threatened to take the Dutch state to court for violating European regulations if the government does not reduce nitrogen emissions much further. The source is Al Jazeera English 2021. And have you seen what's been going on also in terms of the Indian farmers also, right? They said that tens of thousands of farmers in India and about 4 farmers commit suicide across the country every day. Every day. One woman lost 3 generations of her family in 1 year. She lost her father-in-law, her husband, and her only son. They all committed suicide. Bills for pesticides, seeds are very expensive, and also the price of renting land and machinery. Some farmers are taking out loans in order to pay for these things, yeah? Such as the pesticides and the seeds, which are very expensive. Now, many have been made redundant. They have lost their jobs. Many farmers in India have lost their jobs. Why? Because they cannot afford the machinery, the pesticides, and the seeds. So you know what they're doing? Especially in the north and the west of India. You know what they're doing? They're killing themselves with these pesticides. And who do you think is going to benefit from? Who do you think is going to benefit from these farmers losing their land? Somebody has to be benefiting from this. I wonder who. I wonder who. People, we need to stop acquiescing. Stop acquiescing to the system. Too many people have got their eyes wide shut. They've got their eyes wide shut when they should have their eyes wide open. There are people out there right now who are fighting on your behalf, trying to correct the system. And some of you out there who are like sheep, who are following the system, don't realize that in years to come, you will have no social freedom. You will have no money. You will have no freedom. You will have no money. Everything will be regulated by the state. You see, they're trying to bring out CBDCs. What is CBDCs? This is centralized digital currency. And if this comes out, you know what's going to happen? Everything that you buy, everything that you purchase, your energy bills, your food, your bills on your car, your insurance, when you travel abroad, all of this will be monitored. And if it becomes anything like what's going on in China, your credit scores, you will be rewarded for good things that you do, according to the state. And anything that you do negatively will be taken away from you in terms of these social credit scores. You'll be rewarded. You will be rewarded on good behavior, according to what the state consider to be good behavior. And on the other side, you will be punished. You will have points taken away from you if you do something adverse to what the state wants you to do. So if you go onto social media, for example, and you start putting certain things on social media that they do not agree with, they can start to take away points from you in the social credit system. Okay, they can limit you. They can limit your traveling. So if you want to go to, say, Spain for a week, they could ban you from going to Spain, take away your credit. Is this the kind of life that you really want to live? Too many of you have got your eyes wide shut. You need to have your eyes wide open. Look at what they're doing to us in terms of our food. You've got pesticides in the food. Okay? You've got things like emulsifier in your food. You've got things such as ease in your food. You've also got red dye 40. Go read up on red dye 40 and what red dye 40 has been linked to. You've got antibiotics to give to the animals in order to keep them healthy, to stop them from getting sick. And guess what? Some of this must be leaking into us. As we're eating some of these animals, as we are eating some of these animals, some of these chemicals, some of these drugs must have some kind of effect on us. Whether it's a long-term effect or short-term effect. Look at young kids who have got ADHD. That has been linked to certain types of food. Look at Parkinson's disease and some of these other motor neuron illnesses. You see, we have the great divide that's come in. People are acquiescing with the government, and there are other people who are not acquiescing with the government, and this is going on worldwide. What they want is that great divide. There's a song by Bob Marley, and the lyrics, I have to read this out to you, man. I have to read this out to you. This guy, was he some kind of prophet? Bob Marley, I believe he was. And what would he be doing today with what's going on? I wonder if he'd be writing lyrics about what is going on today. I wonder if he would be on the side of the people who are acquiescing to the system, or whether he would be one of the ones who want to come out of the system and live a more sustainable life. In actual fact, he was doing that anyway, wasn't he? He was a man that was living off the land. Anyway, in a song called Top Ranking, listen to what Bob Marley has to say. They don't want us to unite. All they want us to do is keep fussing and fighting. They don't want us to see us live together. All they want us to do is keep killing one another. Divide and rule. That is what they want. Divide and rule. So long as they got society divided, so long as people aren't coming together, they can keep up their games and their plans. But as soon as humanity was awake, if everyone was awake, the game would be, it would be finished almost instantly. And some people out there don't see how we are trying to help to keep humanity from diminishing. The food that we're eating is having a detrimental effect on us. And we should be trying to eat more naturally. You see, you cannot OD off of nature. I'll say it again. You cannot OD off of nature. You cannot OD off of things that's natural. We need to get back to natural eating, people. We need to get back to eating fruits and vegetables and growing our own food and not relying on the system and the state to feed us, to feed our bellies, because that way they have control of our stomachs. So people, you need to open up your eyes. You've got your eyes wide shut when your eyes should be wide open. Let love guide you and not fear. Don't fear the system. Don't fear not having anything. Let love guide you and not fear. You see, these people tried to push us down. They thought we were weeds. But just like weeds, we come back and then we multiply. Say that again. They tried to push us down. They tried to kill us off like weeds. But we come back. And not only do we come back, we multiply. Let love guide you and not fear. I want to read this Bob Marley thing again because I think this man was a prophet, man. They don't want us to unite. All they want us to do is keep fussing and fighting. They don't want to see us live together. All they want us to do is keep killing one another. The song is called Top Ranking by Bob Marley. Those words are prophetic. Okay? Very prophetic. Now, look what they're trying to do at the moment. This is government. Did you give your consideration towards this? Did you vote for this? Smart cities. This is part of the UN, and this is part of the WEF's agenda. They had Agenda 21 under the UN. Now I believe it's moved to Agenda 2030, and all the smart technology in terms of smart cars that they were hoping to bring out, I've heard they pushed it back 5 years. So instead of having all electric cars by 2030, I believe they pushed it back 5 years. And I think this is because people are slowly starting to wake up and slowly starting to push back. I'm not inciting anything. YouTube, in case you want to pull my video down, I'm not inciting anything, but it appears that people are starting to wake up. The smart cities that you're trying to build, and you've got quite a few different councils in England now who are, you've got quite a few councils in England now who are starting to acquiesce with the scheme, whilst other people in other parts of England have been fighting back. And look what's going on in London with ULEZ, ultra low emission zones. People have been doing what? What have people been doing there? Dismantling cameras and dismantling signs because they've been protesting against this ULEZ charges. But you don't see any of this on mainstream news. Why is that? Because they don't want to alert the rest of the population as to what is going on. In terms of smart cities as well, there's people been protesting in different cities where they've tried to roll out the scheme. See, some people are starting to wake up. Some people woke up 10, 15 years ago. Some people woke up last year. Some people are just starting to wake up right now. Those who are acquiescing, you need to think about your future. You need to think about the future for your children and your children's children. Seriously. And remember this, people. One candle will light 1,000 other candles. I'll say it again. One candle can light 1,000 other candles. Stop walking around with blinkers on, thinking that there's going to be someone who's going to come along and solve your problems. Did I say the problems that you are hoping for someone else to solve for you, you can solve these yourself. You see, if you want to get out of the system, if you want to get out of the problem, you've got to go in. You have to go inwards, inside of yourself, to find the problems and the solutions, not outside. You got to go inside yourself. And there you will find the solutions to your problems and start getting together with like-minded people. Let love guide you and not fear. Do not live your life in fear. Let love guide you and not fear. They tried to bury us, but they forgot that just like weeds, they come back and then they multiply. And that is us. The ones they want to call the discontented. We are starting to see things for what they really are. And I'll read Bob Marley one more time before I go, because I find this very inspirational. They don't want us to unite. All they want us to do is keep fussing and fighting. They don't want to see us live together. All they want to do is keep killing one another. We don't want to live in a society where we're all divided. We want to live in a society where we can all come together for a better future for us and our grandchildren. This is Eldad Amara with another video. And if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe and share. Oh, I got one more thing to say. Mahatma Gandhi said, you have got to be the change that you want to see in the world. You have got to be that change. It starts with you first. Thank you, people.